Plaintiffs Nicholas Hartman and his girlfriend Cassandra Lee say the defendant, who is Nicholas's mom, has never liked Cassandra because she thinks Cassandra controls Nicholas. Cassandra claims while they lived with the defendant, she was extremely bossy and even gave them a bedtime. And they're suing her today for unreturned property. Defendant Betty Hartman insists she liked Cassandra at first and thought she was good for her son, but she is extremely controlling. Betty admits that she gave them a bedtime while they lived with her, but says it was because they weren't getting up in time to get their kids off to school. She's countersuing for stolen property.
Start with you all.
Betty is Nicholas's mother, and we've been together about 2.5 years, and that whole time she has not liked me. She's made it clear. And we moved in with her to help her out, and it's been awful. She's just been, very hostile towards us, towards me, trying to get him to move back home. But we did move in with her, and...
Why do you think she's been hostile?
Well, because she said it's because she feels like I stole him away from her, and that she feels like I control him. Betty is Nicholas's mother, and we've been together about 2.5 years, and that whole time she has not liked me. She's made it clear. And
why do you think she's been hostile?
It's because she feels like I stole him away from her, and that she feels like I control him.
Plaintiffs Nicholas Hartman and his girlfriend Cassandra Lee are suing Nicholas's mother, and they claim she does not like Cassandra because she believes Cassandra controls Nicholas.
You all productive citizens?
Yes.
For lack of a better term? No
Yes.
trouble that she can blame you getting him into or any of that, huh?
No, his life has greatly improved as a team.
Yes.
Guy with you and his life has greatly improved.
Yes, I have.
Ma'am?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. No, he has no say of his own. You can tell right now, he's the one that's suing me, right? Who's doing the talking? And no, I really liked her at first. I even told her that she was doing good for him. He's more grown up. And then when they moved in with me, I offered they can move in with me, no rent or nothing.
So when did the two of you start showing this animosity? You and his girlfriend?
Probably about after the first year and a half.
Of
but
moving in?
No, of knowing
Okay.
her.
But you thought she was doing good at first.
Yes, I told her, and I was proud that everything was going smooth.
How did she flip? What did she do wrong suddenly?
Well, the first thing I really noticed is when she had a baby, and it's supposed to be my son's. Okay, I was not even let known that they went to the hospital. I didn't even get to see the baby until a day or two later.
Got it.
We went there, and she just turned her back to us.
All right.
And was on her phone all the time.
And when they moved in with you, how did things go?
Well, at first it went fine, and I enjoyed having them and the kids there. And then she ended up going to Arkansas to see her dad, which was fine, And she took the kids. Okay, she got a hold of Nick and asked if she could bring a guinea pig in. So he asked me. I said, no, I wouldn't let you have one when you was a kid. I'm not letting anybody else bring one in, okay? So then she texted me about a dog. I said, no, we don't need more animals than we have people in this house. And so she ended up sneaking the guinea pig and the dog both into my house.
It was not related to me that I was not allowed to bring a dog nor a guinea pig until the Saturday after I came back.
She had told us before we moved in.
Bringing the animals
I asked
in?
him. He didn't tell me I couldn't.
Did you ask your
She
mom?
had told us before we moved in that we were able to get our own dog.
And all right.
No, I
good enough.
didn't, sir.
And when you
Judge.
brought it home, she didn't say anything?
When we brought it
She
home,
felt like we tried to hide it, but I had it in a little carrying kennel, and I had it right in front of her face, and I had come home at midnight when he got off work on that Friday. And
Okay. So yeah, you didn't try to hide it. You just brought it in like a thief in the night, like after midnight.
I work
try
second
to
shift.
hide it. Just slip it in at midnight. All right.
No, Your Honor, I didn't for weeks
That's
of
not a
leading up
big
to
deal.
that.
We're not going to focus a lot on that. You characterize the relationship before we get to the property you all are suing her for. Sir, you want to tell me about the relationship with your mom?
Well, whenever she had gotten back from the doctor, she had a knee surgery, and whenever she had gotten back, she was, like, we understood that she needed help around the house, but she was extremely bossy, and it was getting really high tension, and a lot of things happened and a lot of arguments.
Ma'am?
She attempted to give me a bedtime.
She stood there like this. All right, that's enough. Why you touch his hand like that to shut him up? Huh?
She's a lot better talker
Make me
than I am.
believe what? She slaps you all the time.
She's a lot better talker than I am.
Oh.
No, she had
You
attempted.
might be on to something. He was talking and she took over talking. Go ahead, ma'am.
She had attempted to give me a bedtime while I lived with her. She would time my smoke breaks. And what led me to leaving to go to Arkansas was she was referring to me as kitchen staff. I
So how long did you all stay there?
A month and a half. And,
Okay. All right.
yeah, for
Well, you did right. She had rules, and when people who live with you don't want to go by your rules, they move out. So what happened? What's wrong here?
The reason why I gave her a bedtime time, because they were not getting up to get the oldest kid off to school. The school even asked them
You
about
can have whatever rule you want when they're living under your roof, unless they.
well,
So,
life has greatly improved as a team.
guy with you and his life is greatly improved.
Yes, I am.
Ma'am?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. No, he has no say of his own. You can tell right now, he's the one that's suing me, right? Who's doing the talking?
Plaintiffs Nicholas Hartman and his girlfriend Cassandra Lee are suing Nicholas's mother, and they claim she does not like Cassandra because she believes Cassandra controls Nicholas.
Tell me about the property. We got to get to that now. What has she done with your property?
Okay, she had kicked me out April 1st, and Nick and the boys stayed with them. By the 4th, I made sure we had a place to move into, and she had told us that we were able to get our property out. But Nick was the only one who could move the property because I was not allowed back in the house, which is fine. Well, him and his friend were moving a load one day, and they took my dryer back that I had loaned her, and she got irate, and she ended up destroying my dryer, but she told them that this was it, no more loads, no nothing, you're not allowed to get any more of your stuff back. So we just want our stuff back.
You have a list of the things?
Yes, and I do have a statement from his friend stating how the situation went.
All right. Ma'am, they say you're withholding their property, which includes 8 guitars. I'm going with the most expensive things. The saxophone. Those are the 2 most expensive things, and the other is 4 amplifiers. It primarily is relating to his music. And I see some other things, children's equipment and toys. Ma'am?
Most of it is his, he had before he met her. The reason why I'm keeping them is because I've had so much stuff missing since they were moving out. I had a mini seizure one night, and the dishes was piled up on the stove next to where I was getting my medicine. Okay, when I fell, I went like this and knocked all the dirty dishes off the stove onto the floor and broke it. So they go to a resale shop and buy this big old set of 100 and some odd piece dishes. All I needed was plates, you know?
Well.
So then they snuck them out, and some of my other stuff, I had McDonald's plates I'd been saving for 40 years.
Let me see your items that you allege they took.
Oh.
And this is your countersue?
Yes.
All right.
And things just kept coming missing, and I went to change my sheets, and I went to the Alma. There's no sheet.
What do you all say about her items?
Okay, with the dishes, with the situation she was talking about, the night before they weren't dirty dishes, they were clean, and she had been carrying on about how she was mad I didn't use the dishwasher, that I hand washed these dishes. So it was kind of convenient that we woke up in the morning and all the dishes were on the floor broken. So I bought these dishes as to make sure that since there were so many people in the house, we needed dishes.
To replace those dishes that she broke?
Yes.
Good enough. Anything else?
With the sheet set, she's saying that she looked in the armoire. She had specifically made a linen closet right next to her washer machine. It was brand new. We only used her sheets like that first week we lived there. I washed them, put them back in the linen closet, and I've let her know this. The towels we do not have.
So you just didn't take them. That's your point about the sheets? All right, and I just don't believe she's making this stuff up for $230. You're suing her for $3,640. If she was going to lie, she'd lie up to that amount.
Yeah.
She said, well, Your Honor, they took $3,000 from me. But she's saying you only took $200 in her item, so I believe her. Judgment for the plaintiffs. She agrees that she's withheld your items because she believes you took hers, and I believe her as well, and so I'm going to grant her judgment, $230. Everybody gets what they want today. All right, good luck to you all.
I love my son, and I don't know what is wrong with him, and I love him, and I want him back.